Alrighty then. This is the second time since we've been here I've had to wipe blood off someone, said Gryphons. And yeah, I think when your cousin hears what you did, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. He can't talk about Strafe that way. He can't talk about any of us that way. What does he know about everything we've been through, everything we've lost? I wouldn't laugh if his child died. We're not all like that, said Gemma quietly. Please don't think we are all like that because of people like Corey and Mickey. We don't, said Dally, but why would he say something so hideous? Because some people like Corey believe it's wrong for two men to fall in love or have a family or raise a baby, said Gemma. They believe it's so wrong and such a bad thing that it is better for them to be dead. Corey saw Strafe's death as a sign that God thinks so too. Is this the same God you were telling me about who loves all beings equally? Asked Dally, because I don't think you and Corey are talking about the same God. Dolly, said Gryphons wearily, can you grab my bags? I'm going to carry Condit up to Mars's room and let housekeeping clean up this mess. I swear they are never going to let the Gryphons book a room here ever again. Sure, she said softly, wiping at one eye. I just can't believe anyone would think that. I loved Strafe. We all did. They went up to Mars's room, where they found Rasky, the Phalans, Yuri, Mars, and one highly annoyed emperor. What did you think you were doing? Demanded Mordred. I love you too, snapped Condit. That is entirely beside the point. Do you know how many people I now have screaming at me because some bigoted Clark Blossom is currently in surgery having your blades removed from his skull? You don't know these Earth people. Believe me, they can make a religious and political incident out of anything. He made a remark about our dead friend. We retaliated, said Gryphons. And he's lucky it wasn't me or he'd have been picking a lot more than Candid's blades out of his head, said Dolly. Mordred looked at Dolly as if he thought he remembered her but wasn't sure. The Doncel who wanted to discuss the Phalans, am I right? Dolly blushed. Yeah, that's me. Oh, charming, another troublemaker. Doncel, when I told you to find like-minded people and organize, I did not mean organize a break-in and get yourself arrested. I know, said Dolly. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. I see, said Mordred. He looked to Candid. And you, my beloved cousin? Seemed like a good idea at the time, said Condit. Is that your official statement? Because I now have to go face a bunch of Earth people who all look like someone forced them to Clark backwards. Look, said Rasky. Corey Hillman went on the visual and was openly delighted by the death of a 17-year-old boy and that boy's child. He then came to confront us about his band being pulled from the festival and called Strafe a little faggot and referred to his child as an ass baby. I'm not entirely clear on what exactly an ass baby is, but it sounds to me an awful lot like the sort of thing that is going to find you on the floor with some whip's blades in your skull. Tell them that. Mordred nodded. I will. Not quite in those words, but you have a point. This man was reveling in the death of children, and regardless of what Donza Hillman thinks of Strafe being pregnant, that is something we will not tolerate. Now, do the lot of you swear to do nothing to get more blood on this hotel? Mars, how's your nose? Sore and crusty. Excellent. Go sit in the bath, now. You're the best band on the planet. I'm not having you show up on stage sneezing out crusted blood and snot. Condit, are you all right? Apart from having a large smelly man fall on me, I should accuse him of attempted rape. I don't think it counts as attempted rape if the reason he falls on you is because you stuck a knife in his brain, said Rasky. Now, are the rest of you fine as well? Asked Mordred. Because if I get one more call about your behavior, I am locking the bunch of you up in one room until showtime. We promise to be good, said Gryphons. You have no choice. I'm putting one of my best men in charge of monitoring your behavior, Major Winsor Monroe. Ooh, you mean the guy who's been taking Mars for walks around the park, said Condit. Can't even pronounce my characters. I don't care what he's been doing with Mars, so long as he keeps the six of you out of trouble. Mordred pointed at Dolly. Don't think I don't know they've made you their minion. I'm a minion too, said Gemma. And Diza, she's a minion. We have many minions, said Rasky. Small ones as well. Many minions. Mordred clearly failed to see the humor in this remark. I want every one of you to stay on this floor, and if I hear otherwise, there will be repercussions. Trust me. Well, said Rasky as Mordred left in a swirl of black and red, I believe we are officially in the Bad Griffin box. Mars went to take a bath, while Condon sat on the bed looking a little dazed. Yuri sat beside him, nuzzling him affectionately, while Dolly began idly tidying up a room that really didn't need it. "You okay?" Gemma asked. "No," said Dolly, "not particularly. I'm having a hard time digesting the idea that anyone would see the death of a baby as a good thing, especially since Corey has a baby of his own." "Yeah, but his baby's normal. It has a mommy and a daddy who are married. So his baby is more important," said Dolly. "You know, I really wish right now, at this moment, I was sick enough to wish his own baby would die. But unfortunately, I'm not quite that ugly." "I'm sorry," said Gemma. "Please believe me, we're not all like that." "We believe you, we're just not happy about the ones who are like that," said Dolly. She looked at Gryphons, and he could tell by the expression in her eyes that she was beginning to understand him very well indeed. He found himself wishing she didn't. He was trying to think of something to say to her when there was a knock at the door. "I really hope that's not a thundering herd of Corey supporters," said Condon. "There's only one man I want on top of me, and he's currently nibbling my neck." Yuri took Condon's hand as Dolly approached the door and opened it. Gryphons looked up as he heard Billy's voice. "Hi, we just came to say we were sorry about what Corey said." "Yeah," said Siggy, "and we's bringing traditional Earth's apologies gifts." "And what would those be?" asked Rasky as a small group of people filed into the room. "Well, we decided to share an assortment of things from all over," said Kay Shot, carrying a tray as he walked over to the low table. "I brought some Tennessee whiskey. Billy brought buffalo wings. Siggy and Vidar brought—" "Before we accept your gifts," said Rasky, "I think you should know that our little Condon there put Corey in the hospital." "Is he hurt bad?" asked Billy. "He's having one of Condon's blades surgically removed from his skull as we speak," said Gryphons. K-Shot stared at Gryphons, then shifted his large brown eyes to Condon. "That itty-bitty little fluffball. I mean, I saw him scratch Mickey up once, but..." Gemma held up her trusty phone, showing a clip of a news item. "And this just in, Corey Hillman of the very popular country band Hillman and the Hillbillies is in the hospital after a fight with the quintacord player of Arucana Donati. Condit Stracona, Mr. Hillman made some distasteful remarks about the death of Strafe Manichek, and it is believed that was what the fight was about. Hillman is currently in surgery, having 5 fighting blades extracted from the bones of his collarbone, ribs, and skull." "You had it coming," said Billy. "If that had been my friend and a baby, I'd have done the same, but I would have stuck one of those knives up his ass." "It's still a line in the sand we didn't mean to draw, though," said Gemma. "And Condon made it wider," said Rasky. He looked down at Condon. "What are we going to do with you?" "I don't know, feed me wine while Yuri scruffs my brains out?" "It would take him a long time, considering we're not sure you have any brains," said Rasky. "I want to know how Condon messed up Corey so badly," said K-Shot. "I'm wanting to see that too," said Siggy. Vidar looked like he would rather not know and put Siggy between himself and the little Svirkin. Condon sighed and sat up. He pulled on a set of black gloves, bladeless, then pulled on a pair of boots that had heels but also no blades. He then stood up and walked over to K-Shot. "Now, you are absolutely certain you wish to see this?" Mystique motioned to Gemma to start recording because this is going to be good. Gemma did. K-Shot looked down at Condon, clearly determined to learn the secret of what had happened. "Show me," said K-Shot. "Hit me just the way you hit Corey. I won't get mad. I promise I won't hate you or nothing. I just want to see." "All right," said Condon. "Say when." "When?" There was an explosion of white, and suddenly K-Shot was on the floor, bleeding from his head and clutching his stomach. Mystique ran to his side, helping him to sit up. "Oh, baby, are you all right?" K-Shot was too stunned to reply. He shook his head, looking dazed and coughing. "I'm an idiot," he finally managed to say. "I am so posting this to my Facebook page," said Gemma. Dolly sat down beside Gryphons and said quietly, "Is it just me, or are all these people crazy?" "No, I'm pretty sure it's not you," he said. "How are you holding up?" "Well, I'm angry," she said. "I wish I could have hurt Corey. I really do. I mean, I didn't know Strafe as long as everybody else did, but he still meant a lot to me." "I know," said Gryphons. "He meant a lot to many people, and Corey is not going to get any sympathy here." "Mordred's pretty angry at Condi, isn't he?" "Yeah," said Gryphons. "Things like this can escalate, and he doesn't want what was supposed to be a fun, happy event to turn into a mess." The first band goes on stage very soon, and I think Mordred would prefer if things go smoothly. Oh, who's going on first? Asked Dolly. Carn Crow. Never heard of them. That's why they're on first, said Gryphons. The concert listing goes from smallest to tallest. We go on last. Which only makes sense, since after you play, there won't be a stage, said Dolly. He grinned and put an arm around her, letting her snuggle close. He was debating having a drink when a leggy form in black leather walked into the room. Absolutely no idea why anyone would say such a thing. I really do not. You would think some people would have better things to do than to piss on the corpses of children. Oh, hiya, Billy. Yes, I breathe. Through your ears, said Billy. I do not. Don't be ridiculous if you can help it. Where's Mars? In the bath, said Gryphons, cleaning at his nose. Hey, Mars, called Billy. Use a toilet brush. Get naked and come in here and show me, Mars called back.